Hey babe, are you a U material? Because I think you're pretty nice. Hey everybody, welcome back to more Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 2. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we took care of the entirety of the Aqua Shrine. Well, entirety is in quotes because, well, we got the boss fight coming up. And oh boy, I wonder what it is. Whoa, it's the same thing, a third time, but a different color.
This one looks dangerous. Be careful.
With pleasure.
And we got the Tildon Glacia. Tildon Aqua. Aqua? Why do I say things so weirdly? Laser beams from his eyes. They can push freeze.
Onward.
Sure, let's show off Radiant Flame. It's fine.
It's my turn.
I'm not the biggest fan of Radiant Flame.
Analyzing the enemy's
Brilliant Spin is
vitals.
just better. Brilliant Spin, one of my best crafts. I always screw up
I got
arts and
it.
crafts. You know? I don't know, it's just something to do.
This can't be happening.
And right now we're just having a bit of an unlucky run. That's fine. We're fine.
I wasn't
We're fine.
strong enough. Here I go. How about this?
We're fine. We'll just redo this.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Tildon fights can be a little bit luck-based. That's just how they are.
Stay calm. We can get through this.
I want to start off with Death's Embrace, though.
Of course.
Oh yeah, I should probably, like, also show off what they're all about. A magic object created in ancient times uses water arts while speaking both truths and lies.
Here I go. Overdrive.
Let's kick it into Overdrive, though. I haven't used this in a while. And they're good. Overdrive is very good. Especially because they have, well, no charge.
Onward.
It's not a zero on effect, but it's no charge at least. Probably should have just done a brilliant spin there, but whatever.
my
Too late
turn.
now.
Now.
Some pretty
It's
decent
my
damage
turn.
there. And then we can link you two up.
You handle
We
this?
can,
I'll handle this.
sure, throw it to Lisa, I guess.
This is my secret
Go to
weapon.
Judgment Arrow. I don't like Tildon fights. They're just
Oh,
boring.
please.
They're boring, they're luck-based. Partly, at least. Like, obviously you do have the statuses, but, like, sometimes they'll just decide to use a ton
Here
of
I go.
truths. So, it makes it pretty easy. If they decide to use a bunch of speak truths, then it's
How nice.
very easy.
May I?
But sometimes they'll decide to use a ton of speak lies, which, well, can make a battle pretty unwinnable.
Leave this to me.
But it's brilliant spin.
No escape. Sire!
Up, up,
They're off go. Our time is now.
and a burst will free everyone from their status.
How about this?
So let's finish things off in style. Oh. What? Sure, whatever. I guess that guy can have his own death scream.
They paid the price for underestimating us.
There we go, 2.3 times XP. Marcus. Oh boy, Marcus has leveled up like a few times, I think, there.
Isn't this
He
a
leveled up
surprise?
twice.
Exactly how it should be.
Energy Shell 2.
I feel
Double
stronger.
I did it!
Huh? Thank goodness.
Did it. Phew, they were certainly formidable. From what I can gather, they were trying to protect the store. Yeah, it was like that when we visited one of the other shrines, too. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Emma? I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't. What about you, Celine? Who knows? Oh, sorry, you may be a talking cat, but you are still a cat. Oh, I'm sure she's not being secretive to hurt us. It's likely her way of saying that we shouldn't concern ourselves with it at the present time. And it does sound like Celine. I'm sorry she's behaving this way. I'll see if I can get anything out of her later. Thanks. It really seems to be as far as we can go right now. Might as well turn around and head back out. You're that girl! It's dangerous here! Hurry and flee! Your Highness, perhaps you should take a closer look at us and see if you still feel the same way. Just who are you? The Duchess daughter you encountered was a mere disguise. In truth, I am the leader of a band of mighty warriors from the distant land of Legram, who gather in the Hengren Castle. The Eisenritter. Rhea? Did you see something? Yeah, and it's not the first time either. It's like a video of some kind started playing inside my head. There was something called Your Highness, and I heard the Eisenritter being mentioned too. The Eisenritter? That's peculiar. Of all things, why them? Not me. It didn't feel like a dream or an illusion either. It felt more real than that. It's like I was watching someone's memories or something that actually happened. Someone's memories. What if they were Emperor Dreikel's? Oh, hey, there's an idea. If you were, Your Highness would be the young Prince Dreikel's, and given that he fought alongside the Eisenritter, it's being mentioned around him. Exactly, all the pieces fall into place. Except for why Reen, and only Reen, can see his memories in the first place. As curious as I am, I don't think we've got the time to try and get to the bottom of it right now. Let's keep going. So we seem to have at least a little bit more clarification as to what the hell is going on with these shrines. Celine obviously does know a little bit more than she lets on, but like that's kind of to be expected. And she's not going to tell us because it doesn't really matter what exactly is all going on in some ways. What matters is things are happening, and that's doesn't really matter why. Doesn't really matter if we know things that we can't access. So why bother with it? Also, it helps that she's a cat, so it just makes that even more of a obvious thing to think about. There is a fishing spot around here, but I forget exactly where. Where is it? I think it's over here.
Probably fish here.
Whoops. Yeah. Fittingly, for the Aqua Shrine, there is a fishing spot right outside. And just like pretty much every fishing spot, there's a new fish. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Caught one.
More specifically, a trout. Yeah. It's weird how you have all these mystical fishies around, and then you just have trout, carp. You go from catching just a trout to catching a... Is this the cast again?
Not bad.
Yeah. I don't know, man. They spit up magic crystals. It's weird. And then you just have trouts just swimming along, minding their own business. You just catch a crab, as you do. You just move along, move along.
Caught one.
Gray crab. There we are. If we go and check out our fishing book, we are missing one. But it was the warrior that we had before. You see, we are up, well, we're roughly halfway there. There's still one more fishy that we can grab. And if you miss a fish, again, don't worry. They will randomly appear at the Emir fishing spot, right on the highway. So, fish are very, very not missable. Everything else, it's a little bit missable. Boss fights, very, very missable. So that's why I had to redo everything, because I missed the one person in the training school bout. So, yeah. Now I'm kind of worried that I missed something else, like, really long time ago. Which was would be annoying. In terms of in-game
Stay
stuff,
on guard, everyone.
you don't need to examine
That's no
everything.
ordinary foe.
The biggest reward is for, I believe, 75% of all monsters examined. That's what you need for the reward for monster examination, but there is an achievement for 100%, so, yeah. Okay, 100% with an exception of the EX chests. You do not need to examine these guys at all. No achievements help with that. I don't even think the item includes these guys, but yeah. EX chests are weird. The trial chests. I don't know whether EX chests. Whatever, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Well, we finally made it through the Yellow Highway. This point marks the beginning of the South Kreitzen Highway. There seems to be any fog this far away from the ground, thankfully. Bareahard's not that far off. You can see the steeples just over there. This is likely to be where the real challenge begins. When you set foot in the city ruled by one of the most powerful figures in the Alliance, just practice extreme caution. Yeah. All it could take is one careless action or a word to get us arrested. How will we even get inside? Oh, don't worry, Emma's got that covered. Yes, that shouldn't pose any trouble. Fortunately, the south entrance isn't likely to be as heavily guarded. Got some kind of plan in mind? I can't guarantee if it'll actually work, but I do. For starters, let's head to the south gate. I'll take care of the rest. Once you approach Bareahard's south gate, you can no longer... I think you can still leave town.
The advantage is...
Very well.
From
I can do
ground.
this. Fire!
So if you're really
Of
just
course.
itching to get into a fight
How about
with
this?
Fortis and RG,
Here's our chance!
an opening!
that's your opportunity.
My turn.
You know what?
We should
Use
keep
Dragon
going.
Vision. It's so not reliable. I would never rely on Dragon Vision for like a boss fight.
Well,
In a boss fight, just analyze right away.
no problem.
But
Fire!
for generic enemies,
Now's our time to
Dragon
strike.
Vision's fine.
How naughty. With pleasure.
That just amused me.
Here I go.
Gold Flyer, and we
Analyzing the
got the
enemy's
Dilemma
vitals.
Flyer.
I've got it!
And a very bad luck. Absorb the HP. Oh, these, I don't know.
Onward!
These have weird timing.
No
I don't know
problem.
what the deal is. Bop,
Now, time
and
to strike.
Sharon, and Copy Bop,
May I?
and Bop, Pow.
Now. Gotcha!
And we'll get a finishing blow. Yep.
You fought beautifully, my lady. It was nothing special, really.
Aw, they get along so well. Even if Elisa probably feels a vast sense of inferiority complex from her mom's maid, who's technically also her maid. It's weird. I don't get rich people.
How naughty. Outcast!
But also,
Gotcha!
I don't blame you for
May
having
I?
an inferiority complex to Sharon.
My
Sharon
turn.
is OP. Let's brilliant
No escape.
spin. We have it on Laura, so it's just kills.
Now's our
No
chance.
biggie.
I'll back you up! Right.
Yeah,
Pip.
sure. Up.
Of course.
And luckily, that was the
Analyzing
one
the enemy's
that
vital-
we needed to hit in order to
Very well.
not have Laura get hit. Oh, that's a shame. Oh well, it went after
How
Sharon
nice.
anyways. Yeah,
I can do this.
Sharon's good. I don't know if I've
Very
mentioned
well.
this before, but like Sharon's really good.
My turn.
There we go. Thank you, Juggler.
I'll back you up. Of course.
So even if we don't kill here, the freeze, well, one will take it out, but also
We
will
mustn't
prevent
tarry
it.
here too long.
Would prevent an attack anyways.
Not bad.
Didn't matter
I'm
we
so
weren't getting
glad- I'm
unscathed,
so glad.
but that's fine. And I think people would have healed up anyways because of leveling up, so...
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise? There's a treasure chest here.
Hydro Cannon, very strong. It is in a line. Pretty strong. I think it's S-class. It's strong is the point. And over here, another fishing spot. Have our second fishing spot of the day. Lots of fishing around here by Bareahard and Legram. I suppose that makes sense for a relatively seaside area. Legram having all that makes sense. Bareahard right next to a river.
Not what I had in mind.
Fine. Salamander gets us up to 12 of 24 possible fishies, which is quite nice for us to grab. But not as nice as, well, just hammering away, working towards getting up to a double level S-craft. It's all good, man. It's all good. All good in the neighborhood. I don't know what I'm talking about, man. No, it's fine. We'll just catch this swordtail, question mark, and get on. And get a move on.
Not bad.
Yeah, swordtail. We're pretty high up on points, though. Not too much to spend on. I suppose I could afford getting another warrior badge. That could be relatively okay. But we are going to just keep moving along. We fought those guys. We fought you. I believe there's just one more type of enemy that we have not investigated, or that we have not seen yet. Not fought yet. Not whatever you want to say. It's one of the types of birds. There's 3 of them. Blue, red, and the gold. Oh, that was the wrong area to dip and weave and bob and Tyrrell Balm. Tyrrell Balm. You got a Tyrrell Balm over there. And the reason I got confused by the red chest at the Aqua Shrine is because of this chest. First things
shall we
first.
begin?
Yeah, there's the
May I?
bird. Second things second. Butterflyer, you can just radiant waltz. It's Laura.
We should keep going.
We're gonna Oko. Yeah, not a problem.
I did it!
Third things third. The reason why I got a little bit confused is because this one has Taurus, a Master Quartz for us. If we go over to Taurus, damage of attacks and crafts raised. Increases your damage, but it also does slow you down. I am not the biggest fan of it. Speed is incredibly important, so having a larger delay just does not help. So it's not great, but that's fine. We'll work with it, and with the Butterflyer good and got, that will clear up all the enemies here. We'll head into Bareahard now. May as well.
Halt. Are you travelers?
You could say that, yes.
We came here from the Graham. Would it be possible for us to enter the city?
What, on foot? Not every day we see guys like you. Why didn't you just use the train?
Much as we would have liked to, the wait for the next one was simply too long. Thanks to the new regulations, there are hardly any trains running anymore. We found it was actually faster to come by foot.
Well, if you say so. You can enter, but we're going to need to check if any of you are on our wanted list first.
We still have reason to believe that there are people out there plotting against the Noble Alliance. We can't be too careful. Let's see, where's that list?
This isn't good.
Emma, I know.
Excuse me. Could I ask you to look into my eyes for a moment, please?
Huh? That's an odd request.
What the?
Huh?
We're just common travelers, and we aren't on that list of yours. Which means we can pass, right?
Why are you still standing there? Go along inside.
Just don't go causing any trouble, unless you want to find yourselves arrested.
Thank you very much. Shall we be going?
Yeah.
Phew, I'm surprised by how well that went. Yeah, it feels like it was almost too easy. Then again, I remember seeing Vita do something similar a while back. It was a form of hypnosis. I'm just glad I was able to pull it off. Well, that's not certainly something any normal person could do. It's one way of reminding us that you really are a witch. I was surprised by all the tricks she showed me, too. It's nothing fancy, actually. Certainly nothing compared to Vita's lullabies. For one thing, you can't use it on too many people at once. The more you use it, the more likely you're going to be catch on and be on guard for it. Don't rely on it too much. Well, it got us into Bareahard. It's good enough for me. Thanks a lot, Emma. I doubt we would have gotten this far without you. Start looking for uses. Right.
The Noble Alliance's advantage in this war remains overwhelming as always. Rufus has achieved much in his position as Chief of Staff as well. But the fact remains, that fool Cayenne is still the one with the most influence and power. Something must be done about this. But what? How?
So that was your line of thinking when you sent those Jaegers to Ymir, was it? You moved to take Princess Alphen into your custody and use her to replace Duke Cayenne as Supreme Commander of the Alliance.
Do you have something you want to say to me, Eustace? You seem very unhappy about the fact I sent him to the hometown of one of your classmates.
Not at all, Father. However, I do believe my brother also expressed disapproval of those actions. I humbly ask that you think twice before interfering with any neutral powers in the future.
And I would suggest you think twice before involving yourself in matters that are of no concern to you. Focus on the work you have been given and leave me to do mine.
I apologize for speaking out of turn.
I must think of something that will allow me to seize his position. I can't allow that pompous halfwit to call himself the Alliance's Supreme Commander for a moment longer. I may need to reconsider how Rufus should be acting in his position as well.
Well, we've at least found Eustace. There is actually one thing I want to do. We are a little bit past time, but a few things I want to show off. First of all, over at Valenti Tailoring, pattern shirt. This is an amazing item. Evasion plus 20%. Yeah. Gorgeous gown, also pretty good. And then jeweled boots or whatever. But pattern shirt is amazing. The other thing I want to show off is because this is something I want to do off screen. I don't actually know if I'm going to be able to do it right now. Can we... Hold up. I need to find a general goods store, or somewhere that sells ingredients. I think I can just run past for right now, right? Yeah. Okay, because I want to actually go into the restaurant, I believe. So let's see our restaurant. Oh, you're Eustace's classmates. Oh, damn it, it's been a while. How do you know where Eustace is, sir? Asked his uncle. We figured you of all people have some sort of clue. I know he's back in Bareahard and staying at the Bareahard mansion. This far my knowledge extends, unfortunately. Worth having a look around the mansion to see if we find anything. Perhaps we should focus on gathering more information for the time being, then. You're actually the wrong person to talk to. No, we're... Hold up. There will be people that we're going to be talking to in a little bit, but I need to find out where the general goods store is. Christie's Galleria. This is a place with a ton of stores in it. There's a lot of important stuff here. We got a shoe store here. We got a clothes store here, but the tailoring is better because it has the patterned shirt. I'll find one of these places. One of these places has what I'm looking for, which is literally like anything. Books actually is pretty important. If you've missed the Man of the Munchies, you can grab those here. There's also Gammerjack 5 and 6 rather. You can grab there. And where in the hell is a general goods store? I think it is literally the last place I've checked. Yep, general goods. Okay. So when you are outside of a general goods store, and if you have Emma or Sharon in the party, if we go over to the Salty Onigiri and we use the and we just go and use it. Again, Sharon is one of the best for it. Emma also
Sure,
is
I'd love
pretty
to.
good at it as well.
It looks great.
Tricolor Onigiri. Let's just check. What is it all made from? Let me just double check my recipe. So, coarse rock salt, assorted grains. To get one tricolor onigiri made, you need 20 and where's the other one? So 20. So 120 bucks. Tricolor onigiri. If we go over to it, sells for 150. It's very slow, but it is an infinite money thing. I will be doing quite a bit of this off screen because I will need a lot of money. So that's what I'm going to be doing between parts. Anyways, again, a little bit longer of an episode than I wanted, but next time we'll be starting our exploration around Bareahard, the second largest city in the entire series. Well, not the entire series. Second largest city in Arabonia, pretty sure. But that'll be it for this time. So, yeah, until then, see you guys later.